Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tosiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyam across this world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the lecture be upon your households. God Shalom. So today I want to make a video about the dark days are ahead, as you can see in the title. Okay, I was listening to the video of the elder Amawang Gabar. Okay, basically what Esau, okay, USA, Trump, what they are trying to do, they are putting tanks, or trying to put tanks over there at Hormuz. I don't know what the canal is called, but the place that Iran is trying to shut down concerning the oil, you know. So that is what Trump is trying to do. And what you see happening around you, there are so many things happening that we, as prophets and watchmen of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, are constantly making videos, you know. Now, because there's so much happening, and we as watchmen have to warn the people, right? So how could we not make so much videos when there's so much going on? Anyway, as the title says, dark days are ahead, man. Because there are some dark times coming. Alright? When it's night, you cannot see clearly. You cannot really see where you're going. It's scary. In the nighttime, certain things happen. So the gang, you know, related activity happens. So symbolically, when the dark days are ahead, it's a time of trouble, man. Okay? But we, you know, us, the ones that are in this truth, and that are following Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of our ability, we are not in darkness. Okay? We are in the light, man. And just like I said, we are not in the darkness but in the light. All of a sudden the light on the highway goes on. Because we have this truth. We have this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. We have the Most High Yahweh. We have Yahushai. Okay? So don't be as other people and go back into the darkness trying to so-called find your way in this life, man. Right now is to prepare yourself mentally, physically, but most of all spiritually for what is to come. Alright? Evil times are coming, man. People are going to die, drop dead. People are going to get more sick and sick. You know? There will be shortages of food, of drinking water. Okay? People will bust in each other's houses. Okay? People will attack each other more and more. Okay, the love of many shall wax cold, like the scripture says. Okay, so let's read the scripture here. It says Amos chapter 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Yeah, man, woe means great sorrow and destruction and distress for you that desire the day of the Lord. You know, these Christians, these people out there who think that so-called Jesus is going to come and going to, you know, be all happy and what else, man? You know, there's going to be a good day, the day of judgment. It's not going to be like that, man. It's going to be a very dark day, man. And it's going to come upon these people, these Christians, these fake Hebrew Israelites, you know, and these other heathen nations, of course. Like it's gonna overrule them. They are not gonna know what happens, man, because they are not gonna be expecting a so-called black man or so-called notable black man to come out of the sky with so-called UFOs, man, with chariots. They are not gonna be able to fathom that in their mind, you know. So that whole image that they have of Caesarea Borgia, who they portray as Jesus, okay. That's not what they're gonna see in that day, man. So what desire do they have for the day of judgment? Okay, it's gonna be death and pain for them. But for us in this truth, we do decide the day of the Lord because we know that if we do our best, Yahweh Bashem Yeshua will save us, and we will be in the kingdom. If the day of the Lord doesn't come, the kingdom will not come. You see, so we do desire that. All right. It says, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You see, as if a man did flee from a lion and the bear met him. So it's like you're running away from a big lion, a hungry lion. You're running away from a lion. Now you find a certain spot to hide yourself. Catch your breath. You cannot even catch your breath, and you look and you see a bear following you, man. Now you gotta run away from that bear. Okay. It says all went into the house. So now you run away from that bear and you go into a house. You shut the door, you think you're safe. Okay? And leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. So there's a snake waiting there for you in the house to bite you, man. Showing you there's no way out, man. No escape. Yahweh of Yahweh Bashem Yeshua is judgment day. Okay? It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? You see? So 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay, so we know, we see the signs happening around us. We see prophecies coming to pass. Okay, we see war in the Middle East. We see Iran in the war, which the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, from verse 28 to verse 33, speaks about the Carmanians, which are the people from Iran, India also, like raging wild boars, man, attacking also. And they're gonna attack these Amalekites, man. And these dragons of Arabia are also gonna be attacking these Amalekites, these Edomites, these fake people from Israel. So this is all prophecy happening, man. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Like a thief in the night is not gonna warn you that he's going to come, right? He just shows up out of nowhere, in your sleep. But for us, we are not like those people that are asleep, and we are watching for the thief to come. Because somebody gave us a heads up, like, hey, a thief is planning to come in your house. Be prepared. That's this truth. That's the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yeshua that gives you that opens your mind. The Most High opens your mind to understand this truth, and to gather knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding that you need in order to be saved, in order to be safe in those situations to come, to be secure, and to be able to have the light to see the thief coming, so to say. I was watching a movie today, called The Godfather, the last part. And basically Michael Corleone, the guy who was the Godfather in that movie. Well, at the end, he's, let me just say he's the Godfather in that movie, and somebody was trying to kill him, while he was watching a certain show. Now, what you often see is that the people that are of a very great status are often very hard to kill. And in this time, in this movie, he was sitting and watching the theater, and then somebody tapped on his shoulder and said, like, come. And then when he went away, the moment he went away and somebody else was sitting on his chair, you saw the guy with a gun waiting there, but he missed his chance. He missed his chance to shoot Michael. Okay, so we have like a heads up before shit hits the fan, before the thief comes in the night, before Yahushua returns. We have like a heads up, or we have like somebody tapping our shoulder to basically get us to safety. So 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. So this is for the other people that think nothing is going to happen. They living in la la land, like they believe everything is going to be all right. You know? It says, as to fill upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see? So, Salakia. So they will not be able to escape those pains, man, that will come. You know? Those terrible things that will come. They will not escape it, man. It says, verse 4, 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 4. But ye, brethren, okay, brethren means brothers, are not in darkness. Like I just explained, man, we are not, you know, we can see clearly that a day should appear as a thief. So for us, it's not going to be like a thief in the night, okay? Because Yahushua warned us that he's going to come. We just don't specifically know what what day, an hour, a minute the Lord, the Most High Yahweh is going to send his son Yahushua back to the earth. But we see the signs happening around us, so we prepare ourselves to the best of our ability, you know. It says, verse 5, here it comes also. Ye are all the children of light. Okay? So is this talking about the whole world? No, it just said brethren. Okay? Which are Israelites that are in this truth. Okay, the elect, the chosen ones. From the chosen nation, you have the chosen ones, the elect which will be saved and which will follow Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in the last days. It says, we are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. Okay, don't be in a sleepy state of mind, you know. But let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Okay, so we gotta stay sober. We gotta stay sharp with our eyes, with our ears, not drunken. When you are drunken, you are not really in a how do you say that? Well aware of your surroundings. You're not aware of what's happening. You're just drunk, man. So we are not supposed to be like that, you know, in these days where so much is happening. You gotta be sober spiritually, you know. Like, of course, you can drink some wine, but drink it measurably, like the scripture says. You know, you can drink wine, but drink it measurably, you know. But it doesn't mean like, oh, if you are drunk one time, you know, like the scripture says here, if you are drunk, that and all of a sudden you don't know anymore that Yahushua is gonna come, for example, and everything is lost. No, this means like, don't basically be like people that are only busy with crazy things like partying and what else they do instead of following Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, instead of preparing themselves, you know. And don't get me wrong, you know, it's not a good thing to be drunk out there the whole time and things like that, man. You know, take care of your body, man. You can drink sometimes, but don't overdo it, man. That you start yelling on the street and things like that. That's crazy, man. You know, that's crazy. But that's a whole nother topic. You can read about drinking wine in the Apocrypha, the Book of Sirach. You know, but yeah, man. Like I said in the title, the dark days are ahead, man. So with that, stay, you know, sharp to what's happening around you, and yeah, Salakia, stay sharp. Look at what's happening around you. Okay, keep checking news, but also alternative news, what's going on, and you know, on to the next one, man. I just saw a sign. It says Jacob sheep, but in a Dutch language. Crazy, man. Jacob sheep. You know. So with that, I hope it's edifying, and I want to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akia Makasis world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the lecture be for your households. God shalom.